Guys, what's going on? My name is Louis, and God bless every single one of you. Today is June 10, 2024, and welcome to the Real GS News channel. Alright guys, so we have some urgent information coming out. If you can, please share this video. And just looking at this picture, once again, it's not looking good. Guys, they're gonna fill the sky with F-16. This is not good. Look at this. It says here, give me a second, let me just remove myself really quick. A sleeping giant USAF officer has confirmed that the yellow and blue shut down a Patriot A-50 AWACS and other of the Bear fighters inside the Bear airspace in an unprecedented admissions that amounts to a casus belli. Almost simultaneously, Kiev announced that the F-16 it is receiving will be redeployed to air bases in Romania and Poland. So it seems like these two are going to be the main targets. Alright guys, before I start, give this video a big thumbs up. Share this video with your friends, families, and loved ones. I appreciate the love and support. And for those of you that want to contribute to the channel, once again, the PayPal link and the Patreon link is in the description box. Also guys, $1 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream every Sunday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about in the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. And for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Guys, I just posted this video not too long ago. Another bird lost radar. Search and rescue operation launched. In that bird, a very important VP and 9 other members. That bird was supposed to land 2 hours ago. It never did. So they're looking for this bird. This is the same story as the one in Persia, Iran. Same story. What's going on with these birds? How come no one is sounding the alarm? Actually, there were whistleblowers. What happened to them? Well, one of them they found in his vehicle outside the hotel in a long, deep sleep. If you guys know what I mean. And then there was another one. They found the other one. He was also DEAD. Gone. Nobody knows nothing. But we have seen the signs. We have seen the trending. Obviously, again, it's common sense. There's something going on. There's something's going on. And I do believe a lot of it is involved with these biblical wars. Alright, guys. We are definitely living in the end time, basically almost in the last days, where you have those in the spotlights of being out. Birds in the sky. WW3 around the corner. This thing is getting hot. UKR F-16 will operate from Romania and Poland. Sleeping Giant admission said UKR has taken down the Bear fighters. Oh. And A-50s inside the Bear capital EEZ. Now the Bear said the worst fears are confirmed. The bases of those two lands are, you know what? There we go. The sky is going to be filled with birds. Alright, let's see what's going on here, guys. Make sure you check out the videos I posted. If you can, please give this video a big thumbs up. It truly helps out with the channel. It does, guys. It does. The more like, the more this platform will share my video. So with your support would truly help out. So thank you so much again for the support. Alright, let's see what's going on here, guys. War News 24/7 confirms both of these developments. UKR and NATO are risking a full-scale WW3 full-scale conflict in order to remove the Bear Air Force so that NATO forces can then enter. Oh, they playing with fire. Playing with fire in this one here. Look out, F-16s deployed to UKR to fight the Bear will be stationed at air bases in NATO territory, including Poland and Romania. Remember that video I posted yesterday? Direct hit? That was the tip of it. That was the tip of it. F-16s, and these F-16, they're no joke. F-16s are no joke. They're like the best of the best. That's our stuff. And they say that the Yellow and Blue Forces pilots are operating the F-16. My gut tells me NATO forces are operating this F-16. You know how hard it is to learn how to operate one of these birds? I mean, people nowadays can't shift third gear or fourth gear on the Honda Civic. Man. So it says here F-16 will be based in Romania and Poland. Some of the F-16, Sleeping Giant F-16s, bird that UKR is receiving are planned to be deployed at air bases outside the land. The chief of the Air Force Command of the Armed Forces of Yellow and Blue, Sergey, revealed. According to the Bear, this admission confirms their worst fears. The Yellow and Blue capital will redeploy fighters to Romania and Poland and operate from there against the Bear targets. Nation against nations and kingdom against kingdom. For this reason, the Yellow and Blue is looking for a legal gimmick to reposition the F-16s out of the land under the pretext of repairs, maintenance, or training. Let's see what the Yellow and Blue say. The command of the armed forces of Yellow and Blue intends to deploy some F-16 fighters outside of the Yellow and Blue to protect them from the Bear missiles. These birds will constitute the so-called reserve in case of repair work or replacement of defective fighters. Also, some of the bird will remain at Western bases as training aircraft to train the Yellow and Blue pilots. All right, so once again, guys, very important updates about these F-16s. And they're still training a whole bunch of Yellow and Blue pilots. But again, like I said, I do believe that most of these birds are going to be operated by NATO forces. There is a certain number of these birds that will be in secure bases, not in the Yellow and Blue. Alright, so these birds will not be in the Yellow and Blue. And the reason why, because the Bear will take out those birds, those F-16. So this is why they're stationing these birds, F-16, in Poland and Romania, not in the Yellow and Blue. Now, they're going to be operated inside the Yellow and Blue. That's going to be a big test. It's going to be huge. Now, if you kind of think about it, NATO is declaring biblical war against the Bear. Plain and simple. Because these birds is coming from their territory, not from the Yellow and Blue. So, here we go. It seems like pretty soon NATO is going to declare we are at biblical war with the Bear. They have to. They have to declare. Because those birds is coming from their territory, not in the Yellow and Blue. It says here there is a certain number of these birds that will be in secure bases, not in the Yellow and Blue. Not in the Yellow and Blue. So they don't become, there you go. So they won't get hit. These will be our backup in case we need to replace a faulty bird during maintenance work. Once again, this here confirms we are at biblical war with the Bear. There you go. There you go. Plain and simple. It says right there. They're not going to announce it, but yeah, it's common sense. We see what's going on here. So it says here the rest of the birds will be stationed on the territory of Yellow and Blue, and the airport themselves will be protected by, look at this, Sleeping Giant NATO-made anti-aircraft system, possibly the Patriot system. Ah, here we go. There you go. The Patriot system. There you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are at biblical war with the Bear. I don't want to hear it. That's it. So it says here the rest of the birds will be stationed on the territory of the Yellow and Blue, any airports, and again, they will be protected by the Patriot system. To do this, the yellow and blue capital requires at least 2 Sleeping Giant Patriot system, 2 NASAMS air defense system, and several Gepard self-propelled propelled GUNS to protect against kamikaze drones. So they need some really good missile defense system, and that's what they have right now. It says here, the Bear media, quoting the Bear Gov sources, stressed that the Bear capital will be forced to take a series of tough decisions. Buckle up. Buckle up. Man, this thing is going to be hot. There's going to be a lot of birds in the sky. The Bear is saying we're going to have to upgrade our equipments. We cannot be using regular equipments. We're going to have to use some hardcore stuff now. And at the very end, we need to pray for the people there. We need to pray for the innocent out there. Why is the Sleeping Giant NATO doing this, knowing that there are millions out there? I mean, again, they're used to it. They're doing it right now in the GAZA Strip. They already took out 40 to 50,000 innocents. It's not only Benjamin that's doing the decision. It's also Sleeping Giant. They're giving them the equipment and the green light. So the Sleeping Giant is used to taking out innocents. They did it in Afghan. How many? 2 million? Or 1 million? Sleeping Giant's used to doing these type of stuff. They did it back in 1945. They dropped the 2 big ones. How many were taken out? I could look up how many Sleeping Giant has taken out during these biblical wars from 1945 to 2024. It's going to be in the millions. Sleeping Giants are responsible for millions and millions out. So this one here, to them, is nothing. They're used to it. So it says here, these fighters would take off from the western airfields to impact targets of the Bear forces, including on the Bear soil. This right here will be a big yeah, that would be very concerning. Some F-16s just transferred to the yellow and blue will be stationed at foreign air bases to protect them from the Bear strikes. Alright, so it's very important that people start preparing themselves. I'm giving you guys all the important info ahead of time. And this thing is going to hit the fan really hard. The Bear said NATO airports will become target. If that happens, then that means NATO will activate Article 5. And then, ladies and gentlemen, that's WW3. That would be WW3. If the Bear, again, the Bear is saying that NATO airport will be targets. So that's the Bear territory. That's NATO territory. If the Bear hits one of NATO territory, they will declare Article 5, which means all members of NATO, there's like 31 countries to 32, they will come together, join forces, and they will strike the Bear. WW3. Alright, so it says here, F-16 birds and their airfields outside the yellow and blue will become a target for the Bear armed forces. Now, once again, according to this person here, I'm going to skip certain names. This will happen if Sleeping Giant made aircraft take part in combat missions. The Bear capital has already warned NATO about this possibility. Once again, the Bear has already warned NATO that this will happen. We will impact your regions. And not only that, we got to think about Cuba, Venezuela, and Mexico. It's sad because not too many people know what's really going on. if the sleeping giant bird take off from Western bases and cause a huge event to the military and civilian infrastructure of the Bear Federation and return to their bases, the birds and airfields will become targets for the Bear troops. Are you listening? If these birds fly, enter the yellow and blue airspace, fire towards the Bear territory or the Bear soldiers, and return back home, meaning the birds returning back to their station in Poland and Romania, the Bear is going to respond and they're going to strike Poland and Romania. They better think twice. They better think twice. Earlier, the head of the Dutch Ministry of Defense, this person informed that her land allows the yellow and blue to use F-16. I guarantee once they get hit, they're going to be waving that white flag and say, hey, we didn't know you guys was going to be like that. So at the same time, the minister emphasized that the armed forces of the yellow and blue must clearly use their right to self-defense. That's not self-defense, though. That's you guys intervening now. You guys are intervening. I mean, what about our self-defense? We got the southern region wide open. What about our self-defense? What about that young person? She was RAP, you know what, E, by someone from the other side of Southern. What about her self-defense? Doesn't her self-defense matter? Sleeping giant citizen self-defense matter? What about the self-defense of the blue in NY when he was on the floor being kicked? What about his self-defense? Did it matter? Unbelievable. The Netherlands plans to give 24 birds to the yellow and blue by the end of 2024. I don't see that being the end of 2024. NATO ready to enter biblical war with the bear. These birds and the airfield outside the yellow and blue will become legal targets for the bear forces when they launch comeback missions against the bear. The sleeping giant said the yellow and blue shoot down A-50 and other aircraft inside the bear airspace. Now, I did talk about this last night. You know that the title is Direct Hit. So it says here the sleeping giant's unprecedented admissions of taking down a Bear A-50 AWACS and other aircraft in the Bear airspace is also impressive. This is about the downing of an AWACS or AWACS aircraft in January of this year in the airspace over the Kuban. All right, so this is a different story. I truly apologize, guys. Give me a second here. I didn't read this part. So the Bear A-50 long-range radar surveillance and control aircraft that was taken down in January was hit by a sleeping giant Patriot system. The colonel of the Sleeping Giant Army in her interview explained the use of the air defense system which the Sleeping Giant taught the yellow and blue. According to her, the Patriot aircraft system transferred to the yellow and blue capital are used both to protect certain targets and a roaming system along the front. One of these systems ambushed a Bear A-50 AWACS aircraft. Clemente noted that the yellow and blue are placing Patriot on trucks and setting up ambushes, moving them as close to the contact line as possible. But what happens if they get hit by some kind of EMP or something? Because I think that happened before. So the colonel said that this use of Sleeping Giant system is unique in its kind. Now, guys, the Bear has taken out the Sleeping Giant Patriot before. They have. They completely took out the Patriot. Now the Sleeping Giant Patriot also taken out some Bear missiles. So I think the last time I heard something about that was last year. It says here, and by the way, it seems like the bear destroyed their Patriot system. We haven't heard from it ever since. So it says here, you have the crew that has taken down the Bear A-50 was trained in Germany. Once again, Clemente noted that the Sleeping Giant air defense system were also involved in downing other of the Bear aircraft such as Su-34, Su-35, and others in the sky over the Belgorod and other regions. Let us recall that as a result of such use of Patriot system, 65 UKR prisoners of biblical war who were on board the 1176 transport bird were out. Hold on. I think I remember this. Yeah, that was the bird that they were going to swap prisoners. But then something happened to the bear bird. It was hit. Yeah, I think I remember that. They were going to swap. There was two birds. The first bird was heading to the yellow and blue with prisoners to swap. That bird got hit, and then the second bird kind of turned around. It says here, if this is true, then I have no doubt that these land trainers were directly involved in the preparation of this strike, or Sleeping Giant. Does not matter. One more proof of the involvement of the collective West in the biblical war against us, emphasized the Bear military correspondent. There's a video here, but I can't play the video due to copyrights and stuff. Alright, so this is where we are right now, guys. Very, very important updates. The birds will be in the sky pretty soon. Pretty soon. And it's not going to be good. And just looking at this picture, they're going to be dropping the hammer. So let's say 25 birds or 30 birds in the yellow-blue airspace coming from Poland and Romania. And they are hitting the Bear region's territory. And then they fly back to Poland and Romania. The Bear said, we will hit them. We will hit their airports. When that day comes, oh man, it's going to be a huge different ball game. That would mean that NATO will activate Article 5, and then NATO will get what they wanted, WW3. Why is it that they are provoking the bear? Why? Why? You call this self-defense? What about the Sleeping Giant self-defense? We have over 20 million coming into the Sleeping Giant. Many Sleeping Giants were impacted by those who came from other regions. You don't believe me? Look in New York. The COPS, what about his self-defense? And the doors are still open to the southern region. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Once again, for those of you that want to give a life to Christ, you can email me. My email is in the description box. Me and my wife are here to help many and to lead many to the righteous path, and that's the path of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife Jessica Santiago at 3432 US Highway 19 number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. Once again, guys, $1 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream every Sunday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for he's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father but through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.